One, two.
Good.
Always have good energy.
Oh my God. One, two. Good.
Always have good energy.
Hello, man. We're back with episode 12 of Talking Big Uglies. And man, we got a great show today, man. I'm your host, Coach Said. Um, let's hit that like or subscribe button, man, and so we can get this thing rolling and get more viewership and for people who kind of like to discuss the game of football like we like to talk about. And a shout out to uh, Coach Tone, or what's it say, Tone from Tone Drone Productions and Miss Denise, because they kind of get this thing off the ground and get this thing rolling. And but we have a special guest tonight. Was Brian Yancey, legendary linebacker, Patterson, Patterson alum, um, a great football mind. Uh, you know, we worked together, so we kind of talk ball and used to always talk ball together. And he also played for my mentor, Coach Roger Wren, who passed away. But Yancey played for Coach Wren some years ago. But after I did, see a little younger than me, and also uh, Yancey is still playing at the ripe old age of like 40 years old, still playing linebacker at a high level, which is crazy to me. So it kind of keeps his body intact. But let's shout out to Big Yance. Yance, how you doing, man?
Good, man. Thanks for having me, Coach. I appreciate it.
Yeah, man. So just tell us a little bit about where you played. Um, you know, your little league. Let's take it all the way back. Let's go back from little league and what led you to Patterson to play for the legendary Coach Wren. Tell us a little bit about that.
So I played for it's OTG now. It was Old Town Gators back then, Madison Gators back then. Uh, my cousin Terrence, he ran the team, so I started off as a line. Well, I started off at center and linebacker, and then I moved to running back. and linebacker. I ended up going to Patterson because I didn't want to go to Dunbar like my mom and my dad. I hated it. I still hate them to this day. They stole our shit. They stole our stuff. I'm sorry. But yeah, that's how I ended up going up there to play for Coach Wren. And yeah, then I just continued that after I left high school. I went to Montgomery County Junior College. I played there for a year, came home, and I've been playing semi-pro ever since then. This is my 23rd year. I'm actually 43. Thanks for the 40, coach. I'm 43. Yeah, I'm playing that for, this is my 23rd year. I mean, I just play it because I love it. Like, I get that itch and it don't go nowhere. You know what I'm saying? Unless I go
Mhm.
tackle or,
Mhm.
hit somebody. I smell grass. When the grass is cutting, I know it's like, it's go time. So that's my drive for me to, go continue to keep playing. And, you know, when life be life and
Mhm.
you be needing something to do. So it's just a legal way to go hit somebody and not go to jail. You know,
Mhm.
the
So
linebacker
so so
mentality.
so how do you feel at your age now? Like, how do you feel like after games is over with and stuff like that? Like, how do you get your body rejuvenated to go back and do that thing all over again?
Yeah, I mean, it's so funny, right? It's just on like how you eat and take care of yourself. Like I felt worse at I'm gonna say 35 or 34 than I do now because I was eating beef, and you know what I'm saying. So it was weighing me down. So I only be sore for a day or two now versus back then I'd be sore for 5 days, even if I you soak and still take care of your body, but it's just on how you eat. Like I be sore less now at 43 than I was at 35. So that's just why I keep doing it because if it hurt too bad, then I probably wouldn't do it. So you know what? Yeah, I just you gotta love this. You gotta love it. Like you just gotta love this game. Like
Mm-hmm.
you just got everything about it: the study, the work, the grind, the ups, the downs. You know, you just gotta love it. You gotta be in you.
Mm-hmm.
Like it
Mm-hmm.
gotta be in
So
you.
you're right. I totally agree, man. And for you to when you smell that grass and then you get your mojo, that's still amazing to me. Still be able to get your mojo. Once you smell the grass being cut and the whistle being blown, and it's like you ready to roll. But what's some of your credentials like coming out of high school? Like what's some of your credentials and your accomplishments coming out?
High school, my junior year, I was a top 22 in the state, Super 22. It was three linebackers, me, Chris Kane, and Stan White, the only three linebackers in the state of Maryland. We had trophies about that big, and all City Hall County, we had trophies
Mm-hmm.
about that big. Uh, I went to the All Star game for baseball and football. I played them on the same day when we was doing the DC Baltimore Classic. So yeah, I was just like a three-sport athlete. Yeah, but
Mm-hmm.
football, baseball was my main two. I
Mm-hmm.
tried to do wrestling. But I fractured my foot the last game of the season in the playoffs against Bowie my senior year, so I couldn't wrestle my senior year. So I ended up doing like modern dance. So, they was
Mm-hmm.
giving out certificates for them too. So, you got a varsity letter for doing modern dance. I was in modern dance, get my feet back right, with my
Mm-hmm.
girl and all the women. I mean, that's just yeah. So I did a lot. I did a lot. So I never like was stagnant. I always was like a three-sport athlete. And,
Right.
I was considered one of the best. Anybody would tell you that played against me like a dog, like straight dog. I'm a dog you, or even. So yeah, like anybody that ever played against me, and even now, I'm I always been one of the smartest guys. I'm a tape guy. I'm a film guy. I know exactly what everybody doing. I know what you doing. I know how many times you ran the play in that formation. I know how many times you're going to run that play or, in certain formation. I'm just a film guy, so I never be out of the wrong. I never be in the wrong spot. I make sure
Mm-hmm.
everybody in the right spot, so
Mm-hmm.
me being that person, I made so many people around me better, and I'm toot my own horn because I know for a fact, so, and anybody will tell you. So to this day, any game I play, I be, hey, sit right there. They gonna throw the ball right there, and
Mm-hmm.
sure enough, and that's how we did it. So I just like to make people around me better, just by knowing what the other team is doing before we do it.
Mm-hmm.
That's just my thing.
Mm-hmm. So speaking of formations and film study and what so have you, uh, what do you think about today's game and the linebacker position? Me and you always had this conversation, man, and uh, being like the evolution of the RPO scheme of things, like
Yeah,
what how has the games changed from a linebacker perspective when it comes to like the RPOs and all them type of things? How have the games has changed?
like at linebacker at first, they ain't, you could be fast, but you ain't have to be that fast. But like now, like more than ever, you gotta rely on your speed more because, for instance, say like you playing 5 yards off the ball, they do an RPO, you take one step down, you caught in the wash, you baked. So me now, being as though I know they doing a lot of RPOs, I play at 7 and I trust my speed. I meet you in the hole every time like that versus them throwing the ball behind me and getting 12 to 15 yards. So I had to
Mm-hmm.
switch up, how you play the game. If you used to a team running the ball double tights, 21, you know what I'm saying? So fullback, you can play a little closer because you want to get up on them and before they get going. But now you got to trust your speed coming downhill, and you got to trust your D lineman to hold the lineman up. Yeah, it's just a different game, but it's still compact though because they're tighten everybody up, fake it and throw another RPO out. It's just a tight, compact the game. The linemen they skinny, you know what I'm saying? They ain't bulky no more, so they moving. They doing a lot of screens. You just yeah. The best thing they did though, like we ain't gotta worry about too much crackbacks. So that
Mm-hmm.
helped us out a lot with that, because
Mm-hmm.
when they was cracking back during the RPO, I ain't gonna lie, they was tearing our ass up with that, but but
Mm-hmm.
yeah, they just changed just on that one play right there, that RPO, that's 2-3 plays in one, you know.
Yes. Mm-hmm.
I can let them run it, I can pull it out and run it, I can pull it out and throw it. So as a linebacker, you gotta have eyes. You gotta trust your eyes and let your feet move itself. If you don't,
Mm-hmm.
if you can't react, then you ain't gonna be able to play. So, and I think that's what a lot of people in the league struggle with right now. Like they be in the combine running a 4.3 and a 4.4, but you go look at the game, they caught in the wash every play. What the fuck? What were you scared of? You don't trust your speed. You playing all up on the line. So now the RPO, before you even put the ball in there, you already at the line of scrimmage. They throwing
Mm-hmm.
5 yard slants by 5-10 yards. It's not even nothing real deep. Now
Mm-hmm.
it's yeah, you can't hit them across the middle, so it's pansy. They made for that, so you got to pick the ball off. You got to be there to pick the ball
Mm-hmm.
off.
Mm-hmm.
So
So
you see, I got pictures, I got film. I pick the ball off. I take them, I take it away. Like
mm-hmm.
everybody knows a big hit, cool, but taking the ball away is where it's at now. Like too many
Right.
penalties, too much risk. You know what I'm saying?
Yep.
So I rather
Yep.
take the ball away. You know what I'm saying? Keep
Right.
your offense on the
Yep.
field, take the ball away. But I'm gonna play at 7, coach. I ain't playing at 5 no more. I play at 7. I know I can come down
Mm-hmm.
here and meet you in the 1 yard for a face shot. Cool. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, I'm gonna take that.
So what do you say in reference to the false keys now? Because they right now giving you a bunch of false keys. Like,
Oh yeah,
you get
because you got linemen pulling 2 different ways and all that.
mm-hmm.
So me, I stopped keying on linemen and I keyed on the running back's feet and the quarterback eyes.
Mm.
That's my keys. Like running back feet, quarterback eyes. He
Mm-hmm.
patting his feet, he getting the ball, he coming. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, but the quarterback, you got to just keep your eyes on him now. He the main man. So He can pull it. He see you coming up, he gonna pull it. If he see you stagnant, he gonna let it go. So I know that's my key right now. That's my key. I watch what he do. I ain't worried about the linemen because I can see them on my peripheral. You know what I'm saying? So you just gotta be able to work it like that. You gotta leave them linemen alone now because they really for deception. They pull one way and do a screen that way. You bait once you go that way. Now they gonna come back and crack, crack, crack. Like, yeah, you just gotta keep your eyes on the ball for sure. Keep your eyes on the. You know, it used to be that way. Keep your eyes on the
Right.
ball.
So when you was going to Patterson playing for Coach Wren, uh, what was it like? What was it like playing for Coach? I mean, I kind of know what it's like, but what was it like playing for Coach back then? Because we got a million stories about Coach, but from your perspective, what was it like playing for Coach back then?
Oh man, it was structured practice every week. We gonna do it till we get it right. Bird dog on Fridays was the worst, and it was walkthrough. so, but it was structured. Everybody knew what they was doing. If you complain, you weren't gonna play, and you wasn't gonna complain out loud. So,
Mm,
if you gonna do, you gonna get out the game. Like for me, I made a lot of sacrifices for my team because I could run the ball. Nobody in the city could tackle me. Probably maybe one or two people, but nobody in the city really could tackle me. So we didn't have a lot of linemen at Patterson. So you know how we got to do. Like, you play running back. You're gonna play four. We're gonna play guard this year. And when I was playing running back on JV, everybody on varsity was like, "Yeah, you gonna play guard next year? We come up here." I'm like, man, yo, you know what I'm saying? I'm like, whatever, man. Like,
mm,
I was running.
mm,
I was running shit over, scoring 14 touchdowns, 900 yards. Like, yeah, in the same wing tee. So, but he came to me one practice like, we don't got no other lineman. You want to play guard, but you can still play a linebacker. I'm like, all right, cool. So, yeah, I went from 32 to 52 real quick.
mm.
So, but other than that, I mean, like, if you just want to win football, you're gonna get your thing off anywhere. And I was one of the best guards. Why? Because I got that heart. I was tough. You know what I'm saying?
Mhm,
Like he knew, he knew.
mhm,
Like
mhm,
my I played. I'm definitely the heart. Anybody, I'm definitely the heart. So yeah, I went at it as such. All right, so now fast forward to my senior year. All the D tackles, Big Dom, Big Matt, they all gone. We don't got no D tackles. We got 20 linebackers. So what you think I had to do? I had to play D
mm,
tackle. Did my
mhm,
tackles go down? Did my tackles go down? No. Did my sacks go down? I didn't care about sacks, but my tackles ain't go down. So it was just like me blitzing every play, or they still couldn't block me. But yeah, I made a lot of sacrifices for my team, and we won a
mhm,
lot of games for that. So I ain't mad at it.
mm,
It didn't hinder me from studying and being who I was or was going to be in college. Like that didn't stop colleges from coming to see me. So, but they knew I was going to be a linebacker. I was at the time I was 5'10", like 220. You know, so went to school. I'm
mhm,
6'1", 205 pounds now. So yeah, you know what you're gonna be. Like I was always a linebacker, DB, linebacker, strong safety. So yeah, but I made a lot of sacrifices for coach. He was a good coach.
mhm,
He taught you.
mhm.
He taught you a lot. If you wasn't tough, you weren't gonna play. We had 30 people on our team. We started off with 60 in summer practice.
So somebody told me, I was at practice the other day, and it was like, um, everybody that talked about Coach Wren always mentioned the fact that they loved him, right? Somebody was telling me that the other day, and I was like, yeah, it's true. Even though he was really hard and stern and strict, we all
You
loved him
understood?
because you understood, and there was structure. Because most dudes from
Yeah.
East Baltimore at that time, man, they ain't had no structure. They ain't know nothing about structure. You know what I'm saying?
Crazy.
So you talking about structure with swag, with this swagged out with structure. You know, That was just it was everything. So he was like a father figure to a lot of cats that ain't had no father figure in their lives in East Baltimore at that time.
Sure, and
And
it was just fun. It was fun being part of like the most hated. Like we was the most hated. Like I don't know why. Like they hated because he was a white man. They swore he was so racist and all that. You know what I'm saying? Until you
right,
get to know him,
yeah,
and then you know what I'm
right,
saying? Like he down on Miami Street. What you talking about?
right,
He down on Miami. Like what are you talking
right,
about, man? Like
right.
oh, he done kept so many people out of trouble from knowing police and all that.
Yes,
You know, so
yes.
it's he did a whole lot for people of our color. He ain't never said nothing, never heard one racist shit. The only people thought he was racist was the motherfuckers who ain't want to play with, who was scared to play us because, oh, we got this fake, we got that fake, we can't see the ball. Niggas got on black jerseys. That whole lot of excuses. Nigga, we the littlest team in the city. The littlest team in the city every year. And
Mm-hmm.
we dog walking it out all y'all. We dog walking on because we got heart. Y'all ain't got no heart. Y'all
Mm-hmm.
thinking, oh, there's no way like my years we supposed to beat Mervo. They got the biggest team in the fucking city. Coaching stink. So yeah, we outcoached them. They had the bigger team. We had athletes to match up, but they had the bigger up front on both sides. We dog walked them. You know what I'm saying?
Speaking
Like
speaking of like
Dumbo.
speaking of
Dumbo, same way.
I'm glad that's my next question, right? Speaking of people don't understand that rival, right? And they talk about it now because it's so lopsided. Tell us a little bit about that rivalry back then when you talk about Patterson versus Dunbar back then. Not now, but tell us a little bit about that rival.
That was a rival that is more lopsided now than it was then. We ain't fear them. You know what I'm saying? They knew that we was coming to punch them in the mouth just as much as they was gonna come and punch us in the mouth. So
Mm-hmm.
my 10th grade year was the last time we had lost to them when I was up there because it was a magic and shaky thing. They beat us like 40 to 41. You know what I'm saying? Something like that.
Mm-hmm.
And on kickoff returns, Shaky and Donnell Baylor running them back to back back. And yeah, so 10th grade year they beat us. 11th grade year come, we doing the same thing. Now with Speedy and Donnell Baylor running kickoffs back to back to back. And we end up beating them 45-35 or something like that. And they couldn't do nothing with us. And they had Big Antoine Colvin and Donnell Baylor. They had a lot of good players down there the last time we played them. And we beat them down Utz. So senior year. Now this is what I always tell people about Dunbar. Senior year, right? We didn't play them because they went down to 1A. And that's where they've been at ever since 2001. They've been in 1A since 2001. They ain't been back up since. So Ren said, no, we're not playing them because of the points. You know what I'm saying? Like, we're not going to play them
Mm-hmm.
because not that we was going to lose to them because they ain't really had nobody. You know what I'm saying? That time they ain't really had nobody. This was their dark years from 2001 to probably 2005 or something. You know what I'm saying? Lil
Mm-hmm.
Nate was down there. They still weren't really doing too much. Then Tavon came and they took back off. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, but they had some dark years down there where they couldn't win nothing in football. The whole time we was in high school, really, they ain't win nothing in football. The last time they had won it was Tommy Polly and them in what 97, 98 or something like that. 90, yeah, them years.
90, with it
90,
94, 95.
yeah, so that was the last time they won in 94, and I went to high school from 98 to 2002. So they ain't win it from then all the way until Tavon really got to school or whatever. But it was whole different because of how the zone schooling was now. Like you couldn't just go to any school. You had to go to Patterson if you lived down the hill. You know what I'm saying? If you
Yeah.
lived too far down the
Mm-hmm.
hill, you had to go to Southern. If you live up the hill, you had to go to Lake. You know what I'm saying? So like
Mm-hmm.
everybody couldn't just go to Dunbar. Everybody couldn't just go to Mervo. You know what I'm saying? All the talent was spread it out, and all the good talent was, the zone schools from the city. That was a good talent. So We ain't playing the same year, and that's just what it was. I tell people y'all forget that we got a lot of wins on them too on Dunbar Field. Yeah, the history was rich, but it's so watered down with high school that now it's only two teams, two and a half, maybe three teams. Dunbar, Maryville, City, and we got maybe Poly. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, it's just
Mm-hmm.
four. That's stupid, and a lot of it got to do with the parents. Everybody want to send their kid down Dunbar to sit on the bench, and instead of going somewhere and get some playing experience and some tape, now you got a kid that was pretty cool that could have grew. Now he's stagnant and stuck and can't do nothing because he ain't got no film. He was sitting on the bench for
Mm.
4 years. Yeah, because even though you've been down to school, they always going to bring somebody in if they can get them. They always going
Yes.
to bring somebody in if they can get them. If they feel like you're
Mm-hmm.
better than you, and if we, they don't. That's just the game now. So you got to be aware to take your talent where you're going to put it on the field. Like if you want to be seen, go where you going to play. If you ain't getting no playing time, that's just it. Like, but now it's just like everybody. It's the parents. Like you going to Maryville, you going to Dunbar. You You know what I'm saying? Like it's forceful, but that's why the city changed now. So until that change back, I mean they tearing down the schools. So now like Patterson, for instance, we had 1A school. We ain't never been on 1A school. Like 1A,
Mm.
2A, we had 2,000 kids. Now they got 200, 400 kids. We never gonna get back to that if it's gonna be that amount of kids. You just never gonna. We just never gonna do it. I'm just a realist. They're gonna keep doing the
Mm.
same thing, keep the kids in the same schools, and then
Mm-hmm.
now you got like St. Francis too. So if your kid can go there, you can go there. You know what I'm saying? So
Mm.
even Calvert Hall getting a lot of kids now, a lot of our kids, a lot of black kids now. So it's just like
So
if you want, if
so
you
what do
want
you
to play,
think about the state of the Clippers now? Like, what do you think? What do you think? What's the where do you think the state of football at Patterson? Like, what do you think it is, and why do you think it's the way that it is now? In your honest opinion.
because people that's on the committee don't really care about Patterson. They don't know about Patterson. There's no alumni. They ain't listening to the alumni, and they firing alumni for bullshit reasons. And I mean, like you gotta have people in there that's gonna care that know what that lightning bolt is about. Like there's
Mm.
somebody in there that don't know what that lightning bolt about to the point that their first team they took the lightning bolts off the helmet. It took it took a NATO treaty for niggas not to run down on it, and that's just real. So like
Mm.
they do a lot of stuff that don't fit with Patterson. Is not gonna never fit with Patterson. So I do would I like to see it get back to winning and all that? Absolutely. Do I think it's gonna be anytime soon? To be honest, no, I don't. Because where the kids gonna come from? Who can get the
Mm.
kids to come there? Who parents believe in a coach that flip flop with no success in other schools like that? I mean,
Mm.
that's just my opinion. Like the coaching is just watered down. You don't know who to coach. That's why I never coach. I only can coach with a certain amount of people, and you know they ain't coaching right now, so it's just too watered
Mm.
down. Too many egos. Don't nobody want to listen to nobody.
That's
So,
true.
but
So they were
yeah,
supposed to. They were supposed to. I know, like, name the field after Coach Ren, not exactly the stadium, but the field. And what's your thought process on that? Like, should they? And what you think about that? I think it's overdue, and
yeah,
they should have been done it.
it should have
What's your thought
been a
process?
stadium. It should have been a stadium. You
Mm.
know, yeah,
Mm-hmm.
yep. It should have been a stadium. TRW Stadium at whatever field or yeah, it should
Mm-hmm.
have been way over there. All the most winningest coach in the city. You know what I'm saying?
Absolutely.
I was on
Mm-hmm.
that team that passed. I beat Pompey. I was on that team. You know what I'm saying? So
Mm.
yeah, we broke the tie in a good game over Emerson, 33-22. You know, against a
Mm.
good my good brother Mark Hicks, the linebacker, fullback, a dog. Had to
Mm-hmm.
get that thing go before he had to get going. He give you
Mm-hmm.
problems. He was a big fella, but yeah, I played in that game with Palm against Pompey and that Emerson team. So yeah, it's long overdue. Emerson should be named
Mm.
Pompey. That too.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Emerson should be
Yeah.
named
Yeah.
Pompey because you know Dunbar is sugarcane field. So you know yeah, but yeah, Pompey.
Absolutely.
I'm over Emerson. It's for sure.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
So
they did.
so what's your because playing 23 years, man, that's a long time. What's your why, man? Like what's your why and why do you keep playing and what gets you going and just like what is your why?
It might sound funny, right, or just real like plain and simple. Like me, because I can do it, I do. But when I see like I said, when the grass get cut, but when I see a brand new pair of cleats, coach, man, I be ready to just put them joints on and and and, and make them slick. You know what I'm saying? So it
Mm-hmm.
be just little things, the cleats, the new gloves, and they bringing out cleats that was like our tennis shoes. So you think I don't want to put them on? And I can. So yeah,
Right.
like it just the little things. Like I said, you just gotta love the game. You just gotta love it. Like you gotta have a
Yeah.
different kind of love for it. You know, my mother talked to
Mm-hmm.
me about it all the time. She just said tonight when I got off the phone with her, "Y'all at practice again? When is you gonna stop?" Like,
Right.
you know, my mother been coming to my game since I've been a kid. She's my biggest fan. So she just like, when are y'all, me and my brother, when are y'all gonna stop? And he 8 years younger than me. She telling him to stop. You know, so but
Mm-hmm.
it's just the little simple things, man, like cleats and cutting the grass and just it's been playing with the young fellas too, like teaching them.
Yeah.
I
Yeah.
like to teach them like on the field, and when you teach them on the field, and then they make a play and then they get it, and they be like, "You said that." It's a repetitive thing. It trickles down. You know what I'm saying? It
Right.
always trickles down.
Mm-hmm.
Like I play on a lot of defense, we get a lot of turnovers because I set a lot of people up in the right position. You know, it's never about me. You know what I'm saying? I make sure everybody else make the play. You know what I'm saying? So I'm
Mm-hmm.
just a ring. That's all. I'm just a ringleader,
Mm-hmm.
man. I just like to do
Mm-hmm.
that. So
Mm-hmm.
and my brain sharp. You know, keep me sharp. Like
Mm-hmm.
going over the plays, having a playbook. You know, like it's a lot of plays in
Mm-hmm.
playbooks. Yeah,
Mm-hmm.
and then I gotta be the one to call the play. I gotta be mic'd up. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, and I just like
So
the dialogue.
yeah, that still gets you going, like that, being that leader and like you say, everybody mojo is a little different to get them the reason why they playing. I mean, you mentioned like fresh cleats and cut grass and but we gonna go to this episode what we call Canary in the Coal Mine, where we ask a question that's equivalent to the elephant in the room,
Hmm.
right? So we're gonna come right back with that one question. So my question, what we call the canary in the coal mine, my question is, what do you think about these coaches, these high school coaches that poach these kids, where they get in these kids' inboxes and they post these kids to try to get them to come to their specific programs and They even getting kids talk to kids and going in kids' inboxes and freaking calling them up and going to the house and but what is your thought process on that, man? And not being kind of loyal to a program and then you just leaving because these guys are poaching and trying to get these kids. What's your thought process on that?
Yeah, kids don't have a mind of their own now. They like to follow what they think is going to be better. They don't like to work for nothing. They like to jump on the first opportunity to think that it's going to be the best thing in the city for this amount of time. It, and coaches, and like we gonna stay on them. Like the coaches, they don't want to coach. You know what I'm saying? They just want to have talent and say, "Oh, do that and do that," and they don't want to coach it. They don't want to be able to coach it up when they do something wrong. They can't tell them how to fix it. You know what I'm saying? They can just,
Mm,
y'all get it the next play. You be all right. You got it. It's all right. No, you got it. They're gonna keep making that same mistake, and then that's why you have a kid that was good never go to great because he had coaches like them that be, yeah, you good, you are just good in that. It's too much of that. It's too much of that. Like people don't sit their best players down no more if they do something wrong. Like it's just too much pansy and pacifying and yeah,
mm.
it's just too much of that. Like and then you pacify a kid, you get him, but he probably a head case and he don't listen if he don't get the ball, but you still want him to come to your program because he a little fast and but you watched him 5 games. And 5 games he didn't get the ball. When he didn't get the ball, he cried. But when he got it, it was cool. But you still want him to come to your program because you can't coach. You can't get the kid that been working out all summer, all spring, and getting his little groove right. And yeah, he might be able to get the confidence to run the ball the same kind of way or catch the ball the same kind of way, but you ain't giving him no rockets. You chasing him, the crybaby. Motherfucker, the cancer gonna be on your team. So they don't want to coach. They just want to call plays. They just
Mm.
want to call plays. You could just tell by the practices. You go to the practices, you could tell. Practices all day, 7-on-7. Ain't no regular trench drills no more. Like
Mm.
everything is 7-on-7, wide open. Like the linemen ain't getting no work. They
Mm.
ain't getting no work. They over there with the offensive line coach by themselves, ain't doing nothing. Defensive line, they doing whatever. Like yeah, they can be together most of the practice. Like yeah, ain't no inside outside drills too much no more. I mean, if you coached at Patterson or you went to Patterson, like I'm gonna say like Elwood Townsend, he still do his the same way like that. He run his like that when he coached. So, but other than that, like I can't say a lot of people do the old way of coaching because of how the new style of play is. So, and then
Mm.
like the new style of kid too. A kid will
Mm.
transfer. You yell at them and all that, they gonna leave. It's a new style of kid, new style of parent, new style of coaching. All that, everything is just new. So
But
most of the
Coach
people,
Ren never poached the kid. Coach Ren never poached the kid. Like he
no,
never like.
never poached the kid. Never had to because for one reason was like everybody knew him in East Baltimore. Everybody knew about Patterson in East Baltimore. If you was a running back, you would want to go to Patterson. We run 3 running back system. Everybody can get the ball. Everybody on Relays have 1,200 yards and 10 touchdowns every year. That's just that's just what it is. All 3 running backs. You know what I'm
Mm.
saying? So yeah, it's just a different game. And then like you had like Coach Larry had the system, the same system ran. So he could have his kids. They was gonna go to Patterson anyway. So a lot of other people
Mm-hmm.
that used to come to run end up going to Patterson. Like a lot of the Madison Gators, they went to Patterson. So like yeah, it's just different. Like the zoning is different. So he didn't have to do that. We was gonna
Mm.
get all the we was gonna get all the good hood kids who ain't had no grades to go to City or Dunbar or Poly. So all the
Mm-hmm.
nice kids ain't really had grades. They can come to Patterson and be in his own school.
Right.
So that's how hit all our kids. That's why I'm saying like it's never really gonna be the same because the zoning is different. Like Patterson Little, it's two schools connected to one now. Like the lock is this big. Like
Right.
what you gonna do? Like yeah,
Yeah.
so everything just different. So they just coaching
Yeah.
different. They coaching. I feel like this. I always say like they coaching on the fly. They
Mm.
be just coaching on the fly. You know what I'm
So
saying? So
speaking of coaching, and I know you told me this a couple times. What is your, and this is probably my last question, right? But what is your reasoning for not coaching now? In your honest opinion, like why wouldn't you coach nowadays? And what's your issue with it?
because I'm a vocal coach. If I see something, I'm gonna say something, and if it ain't right, I'm gonna say something. If it's stupid, I'm gonna say something. Like it's just that you can't talk to people these days when you coaching. Everybody know everything. So I thought we all coaching together and we all got eyes. Everybody looking at the field when we doing everything together. So, but nobody want to listen to nobody. Everybody got egos. The egos is big. You know what I'm saying? Like, and you got dudes that really coach that ain't never really played shit. Nothing.
Mm.
Nothing. Never got in the game nowhere. That's a lot of them like that. Never got in the game nowhere. So I don't know. It's just that I just can't coach with these most of these people. I will only coach for with a certain amount of people, and that's it. But yeah, I can't coach with these dudes.
So is it out of the question that you wouldn't coach after you hang up the cleats? Is it totally out of the question?
No, ain't out of the question. I'm definitely going to do some coaching. Um, I'm definitely going to do some coaching because you know my son, he too, and
Mm-hmm.
he'll be playing probably next year, the big fella. So
Mm-hmm.
yeah, I'm definitely. It's probably it. You know, I'm definitely going to do some coaching. I'll probably
Mm-hmm.
coaching in the youth football because
Right.
that's where we start at because they be coming to you in high school and still don't know shit because
Oh man.
the coaches in youth they ain't really coaching them, they're just using them because he's nice. They want you to stay. You're a ninth grader. Come on, stay. They still all that. So yeah, I would go youth
Right.
first though. Yeah, and it'd
Right.
probably be down Madison, OTG where I'm from because all the same
Right.
people that me they coach down there now. They run the program
Yep.
now. My diaper buddies, we grew up together 30 years, 30, 40 years. We've been friends our whole lives. So,
And shout out to Old Town Gators, man.
shout out to
Shout out to them.
OTG. I love y'all. You made me. I
Yep.
appreciate you. Especially my coach
Yeah.
T, my uncle. You made me, dog. You made
Yep. Shout
you
out to
named me
Coach
Big
T,
Dog.
man.
Yeah, for
Yeah.
sure.
My
You
my
named me
cousin
Big Dog. Him and Coach
Sardi,
Bond.
and Coach
Yeah,
Ducky and
shout
all
out to
them
Salty.
guys.
That's my man. He been there since I've been little. He been there too.
Yeah.
Since yeah. So shout out to Coach Salty. I love you too, Coach. You already know.
Yeah.
Everybody.
Yeah.
Reggie, Hug,
Yeah.
Ducky,
Yeah.
everybody.
Yeah. Ducky. Yeah. 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 Great
Tay
program.
Jammer, Bubba. You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying? Yes indeed.
Mm.
Right down there. For
But
sure.
that's going. We appreciate you, man, for coming on, man. That was a long time coming. I always wanted to get you on and talk ball with you, man.
I'm
And
sorry it took so long, but I
you know,
appreciate you having me, Coach.
yeah, man, love you to death, man.
Love you too, man.
And tell me, when, where you playing now, and when y'all play, and who you playing with right now as we speak.
Right now, I'm playing with a team called the Baltimore Wolfpack. They just really started, but they was branching off from another team that I usually play with during the fall called the Baltimore Rams. So they split
Mm-hmm.
up, but people went over there. So the season started in 2 weeks. I think our first game is in New Jersey. So
Mm-hmm.
yeah, and be black and red like the
Mm-hmm.
Wolfpack or whatever. But
Mm-hmm.
yeah, that's right now. Me and my brother.
Mm-hmm.
Season started in 2 weeks. Yeah,
Okay.
just get a little ball in for the holidays
Yeah.
come.
Yeah.
That's
And
about it.
before the college season really hit.
Yeah,
Because
because
I know you like me, you're a big college football fan.
yeah, the U, we back.
Yeah, yeah,
We
yeah,
back.
yeah, yeah,
Yeah,
yeah,
we back for sure. That's why I do all my
yeah,
film stuff for the upcoming draft for see who we need to get for
yeah.
the Ravens. Yeah, so yeah,
Yeah.
for sure.
But
Hey,
thanks,
but
man. I appreciate you
we
coming
got a wide
on.
receiver for the Ravens too. That boy Lane,
Oh yeah, he tough. He tough.
tough. You
He
gonna give him
tough.
help? You gonna give him help?
Yeah, yeah, he tough. Yeah, that boy tall too. What, about 6'4"?
6'4".
Yeah, yeah, he tough. I like watching him. But
Mm-hmm.
appreciate you for coming on, man. Love you, man, and
Anytime, coach.
looking forward
Anytime,
to
love you.
seeing you play and seeing you. I want you to come back on, man, and talk some more ball. Next time we gonna whip
Sure.
out the pen and the pad with the
Yeah,
X's
you
and
know how we
O's.
do. You know how we
Yeah,
do.
yeah,
Put it on
yeah.
paper. I got defense
That's right.
for it. I got
Right.
defense for it. Put it on paper. And I'm gonna tell you
Right.
everything where we need to go.
Yeah,
Put it on paper.
yeah, yeah, yeah.
Yes, indeed.
So thanks for tuning in to Talking Big Uglies, episode 12, with legendary player, semi-pro, legendary Patterson alum, a Ren protege, a Coach TR Ren protege, Mr. Brian Yancey. Thanks, man. Appreciate you for coming on, and
Appreciate you, coach.
we'll see you again, y'all. Signing out for Talking Big Uglies. We'll see you again in 1 week, next Wednesday.